I'm happy, I'm healthy, I get to do what I love, I get to experience DC in my early 20s with my best friends. I am blessed. I am honestly blessed. And sometimes I forget about it. Sometimes I forget about the many things I've been blessed to do, the many people's lives I've been blessed to impact, the spaces that I've been blessed to enter. I forget how grateful and how amazing and how profound and how beautiful it is that I get to be there. And so here are some reminders for you if you have been forgetting about gratitude, especially when certain struggles and certain challenges are presented to you and you feel like the whole world's falling down and your perspective is just on those negative things and you forget about what you have. Number one, be grateful for what you have. This present moment, we only live in each second for once. This second that I'm experiencing now, I will only experience this second once, and then it's gone. And to be here in this present moment, doing what we're doing every single day, and to be experiencing people and experiencing the world and experiencing life and loving life, loving what we do, and just having happy moments, having our belly chuckles of laughter or experiencing the full emotions of humans. It's a beautiful thing that we get to do it. So let's definitely be grateful that we get to do this because we only live this world once. 2, everything you need is within you. Sometimes I get stuck on wanting a certain thing. So let's say something as minimal as clothes. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no clothes in my closet, but everything I need, I have. Like everything I need, I already have it, and everything I want is on its way to me. So instead of looking at a problem as if I don't have what I need and always thinking of having to source outside, start to think of sourcing inside of yourself. So if you have, let's take this to something very simple, very physical. If you have an event that you want to go for and you are saying, oh my gosh, I don't have any clothes, like I have to go shop, like oh my goodness. Instead, say, no, I have clothes. Let me see what I have. Let me see how I can change my perspective around this. And you can go in your closet and maybe you've never paired two things together. Try pairing them together for the first time. So many times I get stuck in my routine of wearing maybe this jacket with this shirt and these pants. Why don't I pair this jacket with another shirt and a skirt? Switch things up. Give yourself that perspective and that permission to switch things up and to see how it ends up. Because honestly, everything you need is already within you. And if you want something that's meant for you, then it's on its way to you if it needs to be in your reality. Number 3, you are living in one of your answered prayers. Sometimes I think about it. It's honestly so freaking surreal, like living in your answered prayers. Because when we get there, we forget that we're living in our answered prayers. Me right now being happy, sometimes I forgot that I wanted to be this happy. Sometimes I forgot that I wanted to be out of the nursing job and to be living in an answered prayers. I get to do what I love. I get to produce content and I get to share this with y'all. I get to be part of a community. I get to help build communities up. I'm living in an answered prayer and I'm honestly so freaking thankful. So some perspective for you. The next time you complain, oh my gosh, I want to do this, and I haven't done this, and this is not working out. Think about where you are right now. Think about where you were last year. And think about those prayers that you were sending up. I saw this meme and it was like me acting. It was showing how somebody was acting. They were acting as if they were tired. They were crying. I think they were crying. It was basically like me crying about this degree that I prayed and I fasted and cried to God for. Look at me now. I'm crying inside the degree. It's so funny. It's so funny. Number 4. Life was made to be enjoyed. Sometimes we complicate life more than we need to. And I have many different perspectives on this because sometimes I talk to people and I have the feeling of maybe I am being naive, that life is not supposed to be enjoyed. But I read these books and they're like, sometimes we make life too complicated. Life, you're brought to this earth to be enjoyed. And if you see life through this, if you're spiritual and you see life as you are a spiritual being and you were brought down to this earth, you knew you were coming down to this earth and you accepted the mission because you knew it was supposed to be joyous and beautiful and you got to learn and experience so many different emotions, that life was supposed to be enjoyed. You came because you knew it was going to be an enjoyable experience. But we complicate things so much with so many things that we've been through, and hurt people, and just so many different perspectives that come along the way that make you feel like life wasn't meant to be enjoyed. Part of that is strive towards contentment. It's in human nature to say, I'll be happy when I get more of this, or I'll be happy when I get more of that. But you're never going to be satisfied if you're not happy with who you are within and the now, because that happiness, that satisfaction, that contentment is only from within, from the relationships you have around you, from how deeply you've met yourself, from your state of mind, not from the Tesla or from the $30,000. Like, I was listening to this podcast, and this lady was talking about also the Highest Self podcast I've been speaking about the past couple episodes. And she was speaking about how sometimes spiritual people, they're like, you should get rid of everything, and you'll only be happy when you get rid of everything. But they're like, but wait a second. People who have reached the top and they're like, I'm not happy, and they realize that happiness comes from within, it's because they've experienced everything. So you who is, maybe you're at the bottom of the ladder, you should give yourself that permission to experience all these things, to build up, to let your monkey mind say, if I get this, I'll be more content. If I get the Tesla, I'll be more content. And that when you get to that point, you've gotten all these things, and you realize for yourself that all those things meant nothing, and what meant the most was what was going on inside of you. Just a thing. Let people experience things for themselves. Okay. Next one. What does gratitude do? So let's talk about what gratitude does. Gratitude raises your vibration, and raising your vibrations is great for multiple things. When we raise our vibration, we are able to attract what is meant for us into our reality. We are able to manifest super quickly, and we just become a magnet for everything good in this world. And if everything that's at that higher vibration, we become a magnet for it if we are operating with gratitude. And if you know the vibration scale, gratitude exists at the top of it. So anything in that higher vibration scale begins to be pulled towards you, because it literally has no choice. You are putting that out there, and that's where abundance comes from, a state of gratitude. It's called Gratitude. It is a beautiful book. I am going to share some words from it that I often forget, but I wrote them down because they really struck me in the moment, and they're super profound. I read the book Gratitude a couple months ago, and here are some things I really wanted to share that really stood out for me. Number one, the first step to getting the love you want is appreciating the love you have. The universe always gives you more of what you are focusing on. In other words, what you are focusing on expands. Whenever I felt unappreciated, I count up all the wonderful things that happened to me recently, and my joy would return. When I'm aware of all the love I am receiving, I can quickly forget my problems. The simple act of being aware of what I am receiving and expressing my gratitude in action brings the desired states of joy. Gratitude is also being able to fully experience and embrace the present moment. Once we do that, nothing sought after or anticipated. There is energy in everything and everyone. The way that you receive this invisible energy is through the actual appreciation of the beauty and wonder of our universe. Whenever we give gratitude to life, life gives back to us. When we feel grateful, as well as the abundance of the universe are drawn to us and people. The final letting go comes when we allow ourselves to realize that each moment can be filled with warmth. When we allow things to be exactly as they are, we can't do it, find it, or earn it, but we can be it. That's my favorite thing about manifestation, like being what you want so bad, showing up as it. If I want that job, I'm going to show up as if I have it. Because we already are it. What could be easier than being what we really are? We need to just stop the trying, and what is left is the vastness of being. No struggle, no striving, just being. Let's talk about this one, because there's so much resistance when we want something so bad, and we are learning to release that resistance towards certain things and allow life to just I don't want to say just be, because when I think of just being, I'm thinking of like living without a plan, and there's always a good balance, a good dance between experiencing life and letting it take you with the ebbs and flows and the calls of the season, but also having like a rough sketch to have some ambition with. Okay. We have a spiritual responsibility to be consciously grateful, because that energy's frequency flows from us and is assistance of our healing, our brothers and sisters' healing, and ultimately the healing of the planet, our Earth Mother. Okay. Gratitude, by contrast, is a lifestyle, a way of living. People who live in a state of gratitude have developed the ability to embody, moment by moment, a sense of wonder and contentment with their lives just as they are. And so they do so. And as they do so, they paradoxically seem to attract more and more blessings into their lives in the form of money, fulfilling jobs, deeply satisfying personal relationships, and other things that they desire. In this chapter of my life, I am focusing on being grateful for what I have within, because it brings everything good, everything of the higher vibration, everything that's meant for me into my life, because things will always work out. Everything's always working out for me for a good purpose, for a reason. And honestly, as I'm telling you guys, this is something that I am saying to also say back to myself, to truly believe it, that everything's always working out for my highest good and the highest good of the universe. Gratitude combines the energies of love and joy, and both love and joy are super powerful energies. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Successful manifestation depends upon 3 factors: affirming that your needs have already been met, believing that this is true, and being grateful for your supply. Gratitude gives us altitude above all earthbound concerns and worries. With unconditional gratitude, we are assured of eternal abundance and growth. Like I said, so much abundance comes from gratitude and recognizing that you have everything you need within you and being grateful for that. And it's not talking about being complacent with where you are, but being grateful for what you have, because that's when you start to pull things that feel good into your life. Let me see if there's another really good one here, because there's a bunch that I wrote down. No, these were all really good. All right, y'all. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode. I am forever embodying gratitude into my life and looking for ways to increase the gratitude I experience. I love doing gratitude journaling in the morning, and I love doing gratitude journaling in the evening before I go to bed, because it raises your vibration when you wake up, so you can carry that with you for the rest of the day. And it also raises your vibration when you're going to bed, so you can enter the dreamland and the spirit world when you go to bed with that energy. I will love you, and I will see you in the next episode. Let me know if you gratitude journal, because that's one of my favorite morning and night routine / practices. Okay, I will see you in the next episode.